I would publish a list of retaliations. We have a huge leverage over the United States because we are by far their largest export market. So Canada is going to be a very interesting situation because we simply don't need their products. Canada just threw a curveball at Tesla and the entire automotive industry to give themselves an unfair advantage in the global market, compromising the safety of our critical industries and displacing dedicated Canadian workers in the automotive and steel industries. We don't need them to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any of our Tennessees, any of our states, build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for any of that. This could totally change the game for American electric cars. And it could even show the new American administration that it has a solid partner in Canada when it comes to maintaining border security, while simultaneously emphasizing that we won't back down and that if tariffs are applied against Canada, we will react. We won't back down until the tariffs are removed. And of course, everything is on the table. Before diving into all of this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay informed whenever we post a new video. Understanding the trade war between the United States and Canada is intensifying, and it's not just about tariffs. It's about the future of jobs and the economies of industries. With Canada proposing a 100% tariff on Tesla vehicles, the stakes have never been higher. This is not just a local dispute. It's a global issue. Protectionist policies, tensions have erupted. Canada is fighting against what it considers unfair tariffs imposed by the United States. But this is just the beginning. What could be the long-term implications of this trade war? What happens to Tesla and EVs? Tesla has become the face of the electric vehicle revolution. With its impressive market share, it's hard to imagine the electric vehicle landscape without it. But if Canada imposes a 100% tariff on Tesla cars, we could witness a radical change. The surge of many consumers could turn to other brands. This could mean a significant drop in Tesla sales. And what does this mean for investors? A drop in sales could lead to a decrease in stock prices and investor confidence. The ripple effects could be felt across the entire electric vehicle market. But it doesn't stop there. Tesla feels the heat. American automotive giants like General Motors and Ford are also in a precarious position. If Canada imposes these tariffs, production costs will rise. Factories could close their doors, and thousands of people could lose their jobs. With rising costs, will they pass on these expenses to consumers? We could see a significant increase in car prices at all levels. This could push many buyers out of the market. Are we ready for this kind of change? Canada's reaction to American tariffs. Canada is not sitting idly by, while the government has clearly indicated that it will not back down. The swift actions of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau have sent shockwaves through the retaliations. The United States customs duties on our goods have already been implemented. But what is the next step for Canada in diversifying its trade exchanges? The focus on trade. Will the United States lose their grip on the North American market as the trade war intensifies? The trade tensions are escalating and the stakes are high. The United States has imposed high tariffs, and Canada is retaliating. This is not just a battle of numbers. It's a battle for economic survival. But why didn't we end up here? Experts warn that these aggressive policies could disrupt supply chains, and higher production costs could lead to price increases for consumers. Will Americans feel the pinch in their wallets every day? And what about the agricultural sector? Farmers on both sides are feeling the impact. Retaliatory tariffs have made it difficult for us farmers to export goods to Canada. Will this lead to a food crisis? The repercussions could be felt globally. Farmers are facing tough times. Agriculture is in real distress. New tariffs on products like meat, grains, and milk make it nearly impossible for farmers to compete, raising concerns about rising food prices and even food availability. Dairy producers are particularly affected, losing key markets like Canada and facing large financial losses. Grain and livestock producers are also struggling with the high cost of export. This could completely change the way agriculture operates, and the real question is whether small farms will survive beyond financial troubles. Farmers are under enormous emotional and social stress because of the trade war. The constant uncertainty is very tough on their mental health. How can they stay positive under this kind of pressure? It's about who they are and what they will leave behind when things seem so dark. How do they find hope? And are there enough people and programs to help them understand? Why do we need Canadian energy? The United States relies heavily on Canadian energy, and this relationship is vital for both economies. But what will happen if this energy supply is disrupted? Factories could close sharply. People in the Downs would struggle to cope with skyrocketing energy bills. Is this a risk we're willing to take if Canada reduced its energy supply? The consequences would be severe. Energy prices would soar, which would impact the cost of living. Meanwhile, shortages could occur. What would this mean for the economy? Canada is finding new trade partners. Canada is taking bold steps to diversify its trade relations. This shift could redefine its economic future. But what does this mean for its relationship with the United States? By strengthening its ties with the EU and Asia, Canada is reducing its dependence on the United States. This shift puts the United States at a delicate point, as other countries seek new partners for trade, which could mean the United States loses some of its clout. Can the United States adapt to these changes? Or will it be left behind? Trump's high America First policy is pushing countries like Canada to find other options, which could disrupt the United States' top position in global trade. New opportunities, and following the trend for those looking to take control of their financial future. Platforms like Interactive Brokers can provide access to a wide range of investment opportunities, allowing individuals to participate in these, market, and potentially build wealth over time. Click the first link in the description to learn more. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and the content.